And Elijah, you've had a similar experience because you've just slipped into your hairy feet once more.
I have.
Hairy feet.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, because to do the Hobbit movies.
Yes.
So, I mean, that must have been weird, because you must have thought we're never going back.
Completely, yeah. I mean, it was 8 years ago that we finished the last film, so that was it. I mean, in my opinion, at the time, there was no more to do with Frodo. And then they started this idea of doing The Hobbit, and Frodo's not actually alive during the time of The Hobbit, chronologically. But they came up with this idea that they told me about a year before they'd finished writing the script. They said, well, we've written this thing, it's kind of a flash forward that includes you, would you like to come back? Oh my God, what a dream to revisit that sort of time in my life. It's
but also, when you get to New Zealand, you must be like a god. Like, it must be like, he's back!
Bring him to me. He's come again in the precious.
Well, this thing happened because when we were making the films, all of us were like locals. You know, the community in Wellington and all the places that we traveled to knew what we were doing and knew of us. But they treated us like locals. We were there for so long. But after the movies came out, it was a totally different energy. So now people recognize us from the films. But it's still kind of local going back to Wellington.
Yay! Homemade signs, things like that.
Indeed.
Yeah. Now, Robin and Elijah, we've separated you in a sort of Jennifer sandwich because we were worried they might be slightly sick of the sight of each other.
I was just thinking
because you have been together for some time now.
We've been doing, the voices for Happy Feet. Like, we record all together in the same room, which is kind of wonderful.
But that's really unusual, isn't it, to all be together?
Yeah, I guess, because, I mean, I forgot that when I did Aladdin, I was alone in the room, and then the first day, I said, do you mind if I try something? And they went, oh, sure, fine. And then 23 hours later, they have 40 different characters. But it was like,
wow.
But it was this weird thing of most of the time you're alone and you're recording, and usually the director's someplace else, either New York or Australia, and it's like bad phone sex with NASA. We get it. But when you're together in the same room, it's a blast because you get to play off each other, which is wonderful.
Because you did Shrek 2?
Shrek 2.
Well, did you get to meet anybody? No.
Nobody.
No.
Not until the junket.
And they wouldn't even let you do a voice, would they? They just...
Well, I tried a few.
Oh.
But this is sort of what it ends up as.
And Elijah, apparently you noticed that Robin got quite warm in Australia while working.
Crazy. I mean, you're just doing a voice, but because you're working together, I was sweating more than Marlon Brando after a Mexican meal. It's just you get really worked up because you are full contact doing the voice, playing off each other. And plus, we had all these great comedians, all these, the Los Amigos Penguinos. They're all like Carlos Alvarez, Johnny Sanchez, Lombardo Boyard. They're all these Latin comics who are great. And you play off each other and you riff and you start to build a rhythm, which is great.
But is it true you sort of nearly passed out when you were doing Lovelace?
Yeah, I was just kind of kidding. Because Lovelace is, you know, part preacher, part pimp. I started doing this kind of... George is always there to go, no, don't be afraid, Robin, go, do it. And all of a sudden I realized, oh, no, I'm going to pass out. He'll have a great time. But he lets you go and you start riffing, and he would do stuff. He'd just play, and then George would go, no, that's great, do it.
But do you worry about that? Because, I mean, you had a heart.
I had heart surgery. I have a cow valve, which is great because I can crap standing up now. But the surgery, once you have the surgery, you have to take it slow. It's weird. I can't eat meat because you're one of them. Yeah, it's like, no, have a cow? No, you're part cow, bastard.
Do you have to pace yourself? I mean, not to be indiscreet, but on the honeymoon, do you have to kind of think about
and Viagra is not your friend. No. After heart surgery, are you coming? No, I'm dying! No, you have to be very... Yeah, you do have to pace yourself.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, pace yourself. Yeah. Pace yourself. Are you ready, my dear? A bit of foreplay. That's enough, let's go. Are we ready? Shall we? Yes, let's go down there. How are we doing? Better? Good luck using any of that.
Just because is it true you were on the same drug, that drug that Michael Jackson...
Propofol, which nickname is milk of amnesia. And Michael Jackson was taking propofol to sleep, which is like doing chemotherapy because you're tired of shaving your head. like a drug. You wake up. I woke up from my heart surgery after propofol. I had the surgery in Cleveland. After propofol, I woke up from the surgery and went, where am I? And they went, Cleveland. And I went, why? And I looked down and there was wires and everything. I went, oh, I get it. But it's a devastatingly powerful drug. Wow. It has to be administered in a hospital situation, and he was doing it at home. So it's...
God.
Oh, yes, sir.
So you're all newly married, and I just met your daughter before the show.
Oh, she's wonderful. Zelda. She's an actress, and she's named after the video game Zelda.
No, see, okay, you can do that, but do you tell
her brother
your
Mario. No, she was named... My wife was pregnant with her, and my first son, Zachary, was playing the video game, and he went, what about this as a name for a child? And I went, it's a great name.
It is a cute name.
It's wonderful. I mean, is she named after the alcoholic who swam in the fountain at the... You know, no. Not Zelda Fitzgerald. It's Zelda, and she's magical and wonderful, and I think she's grown up with it and done quite well with it.
But also, and this could give you ideas for names to name your children, she's now doing promotion for the game.
Yes.
Like she gets paid to be called Zelda. That's genius. Next dog, Smirnoff. Smirnoff. You have a sake again. Yeah. That's genius, though.
Well, who knew at the time? You go, you know, child, one day you'll be making money off this. Here's a little handheld device. Good luck.
That's how we went dressed up, looking